You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to N2K Cyberwire's Hacking Humans podcast, where each week we look behind the social engineering scams, phishing schemes, and criminal exploits that are making headlines and taking a heavy toll on organizations around the world. I'm Dave Bittner, and joining me is Joe Carrigan. Hey there, Joe.
Hi, Dave.
And our N2K colleague and host of the T-Minus Space Daily podcast, Maria Vermazis. Maria.
Hi, Dave, and hi, Joe.
We've got some good stories to share this week. Let's jump right in here. We're going to start off with some follow-up. Joe, you want to do the honors?
Yeah. So last week I teased that I was going to put a link out on Facebook, or a post on Facebook, a public post saying that I was looking for some baseball tickets.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I realized after we finished the show that we never swung back around to that.
We didn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I got no traction on that, believe it or not. I mean, the scammers must go, oh, that's Joe Carrigan from Hacking Humans. We're not falling for that, Joe.
The honeypot.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's a honeypot, right. I will say this. Super listener Chad got it right out of the gate, knew exactly what I was doing.
Oh.
He commented, this will bring the scammers out.
Oh, okay. All right.
And another, Tammy said, I got some baseball tickets to my son's Little League game if you want to go.
All right.
So yeah, nothing happened with me. I tried as hard as I could to get these scammers to come out of the woodwork, and they did not. They disappointed me, Dave.
Did not take the bait.
Right.
Okay.
Also, last week,
maybe you need different bait.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should go with concert tickets. Hey, I'm looking for Taylor Swift tickets.
Mm.
There you go.
Everybody who knows me knows that I am not interested in going to a Taylor Swift concert.
Right.
Then everyone's going to comment, Joe, have you been hacked?
Right.
Yeah.
Then we got
Oh
other
my
problems.
God, Joe's dead.
Right. He said he'd go see Taylor Swift over his dead body. Must have happened.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll try something else. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of putting myself out there. But for the scammers.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, I mentioned last week that my son is excellent at rickrolling people.
Yeah.
And he got me over the weekend after we recorded this with a 4th of July rickroll.
Oh.
A 4th of July. It was like a firework, and the guy is putting a can over top of a large firecracker he's put, and then he's like, no, nothing happened. And then he walks up to the can, and of course you're watching this like, oh no, don't do that. And then he picks the can up, and it's Rick Astley in the can, rickrolling you. And I was like, not even mad. That was pretty good.
Well played.
Well played, son.
Well played.
But he got me again with it.
Yeah. I hate those things. I fall for the ones that I hate the most, because as I've pointed out here many times, I have a hair trigger startle reflex. And so it's the one where they're like, turn up the volume.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
volume up. That's
right,
always
and there's
volume.
a couple of little like ducks swimming in a pond or
That's
something.
the mute button for me.
Yeah, and I lean in, and then some big scary face jumps up and screams, and I of course am now dangling from the ceiling by my fingertips.
Right. Need to go change your pants.
Yep. I think there's a generation of us who grew up with that. And now we know, I don't know, I want to get too gross on the show, but those of us who were burned by goatsy and the like, maybe we cut this part out.
Wow, you went with the nuclear option, didn't you there, Maria?
Honestly,
I was thinking maybe the little maze with the zombie face, or it's not zombies, from Exorcist.
Honestly, I think I was like a freshman in high school when I was exposed to that at first, which is too young, but you learn.
Yeah.
Little Maria learned a lesson that day.
Right.
Oh, did she ever? Did she ever?
I had a neighbor who
Don't Google that, by the way. Please don't. You will regret it.
I had a neighbor who, honest to God, had the license plate Goatsy on Maryland license plate Goatsy.
You know, I had a friend who
How did that get past the? Oh,
That's
you know what?
I wanted
don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to know.
I've seen heard two stories about this. One that didn't get by. It was a friend of mine who played high school football. And his jersey number was 69, and they would not let him.
Was he a lineman?
I think so.
Of course he was.
I don't know what he did. But he wanted to get something on his plate that commemorated that, and the state said no. Can't do that. And then I saw somebody driving with a license plate that said Karma spelled with 3 Ks.
Oh.
And I was wondering how that got through the sensors.
Yeah, that's bad.
Because they do censor the license plates here in Maryland.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, to what degree is the censorship complaint driven?
Right.
Right? Because I know they will revoke a license plate if they get a complaint about it.
Really?
Yeah. Or so I've heard. So
I'm going to find out who has Kapla and complain about that, and then I'm going to go out and get it.
Because you want it.
I want it, right.
For years, I
Right.
wanted to get a TARDIS license plate, vanity plate in Mass, like with the blue car.
Yes.
TARDIS. But then somebody got to it before me. I was really mad.
Gotcha.
I have an
Aw.
idea for a vanity tag, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is until I actually have it.
Okay.
Is it chicken related?
No, it is not. Oh,
Okay.
but we should give you a chicken update. The
Okay.
chickens are in the coop.
Oh,
They're outside.
Oh, congratulations.
And
Hey.
I have some interesting thing that we've learned about about chickens in general.
Yeah.
Apparently, sunset is like the power button for chickens. They
Oh.
just shut down. They just, I mean, if they're outside and it gets dark, they just sit down and go to sleep. That's it.
is this a bird thing? Because that's what when people put like the sheet over a canary cage. My grandmother used to do that with her canaries.
My daughter was
Get them
doing
shit out.
a presentation at
Right.
work, and she brought a couple of the chickens in because they had like all
It's
the
like show and tell day
Right.
at work.
they had a show and tell day
This
at
is
work,
like-
and she's like,
So much chicken lore on this show.
"I'm going to be automating my chicken coop."
Yeah.
And she works in the same field as I do, but she does industrial control systems.
Okay.
So she's like, "Well, I know how to do this. I can make an industrial control system that will automate everything in my chicken coop."
Right.
And that's what she's going to do.
Okay.
Okay,
and,
honestly, that's awesome.
it is awesome.
I love that.
I can't wait to see how it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she and I have had many discussions about design, many design discussions. One where she's gotten angry at me because I wrote code on an Arduino for something that could have just been done with a wire, and that really irritated her.
You've
You?
over-engineered it, Dad.
I did, yeah.
Overthinking something,
the guy-
Joe? You?
The guy that tried to
Never.
change a
No.
light socket because he thought the light socket was going bad. He just needed a new light bulb.
Yeah.
I
There you go.
literally did that once.
Huh? Yep. I have stopped my husband from doing that. He's probably hating that I've mentioned that. But
Right.
that is 100%
Just try a new
thing.
light bulb
Have
first.
you tried a new light bulb? Poor suffering Lisa.
Yeah. She said, "I think the light bulb's going bad." I'm like, "No, that's the socket. We got to change the socket." And
Uh-huh.
she's like, "Okay,
No, the
whatever."
whole circuit needs to go.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The whole circuit. You just got to get the Romex out. Just start over.
I
Right.
changed the socket
Suddenly,
out.
yeah, 2 weeks later, Joe is gone through the certified electrician class.
Right.
And
I'm just a journeyman, but
Right.
this is where you start.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm moonlighting now,
yeah.
making money in my spare time.
All right. Let's get to the rest of our
Right. Yeah. So
feed
Update
follow-up
the fan
here.
wiki. You know.
Evaldus writes in, writing about my belly aching from, I think it was the July 3rd episode. In fact, it is. He says that here. Greetings from Lithuania. Evaldus
nice.
is from Lithuania. Thank you for listening.
Oh.
On the July 3rd episode, Dave mentioned this was actually me that mentioned getting a legitimate Vanguard email with an unfamiliar domain. I'd like to share an insight. Companies often use alternative domains for marketing emails because these tend to get reported as spam. It's the way
Yes.
to keep their main domain safe from reputation damage or blacklisting. So in a way, reporting it as spam is exactly how the system is expected to work, and Joe did the right thing. Of course, sometimes companies get too comfortable with these alternative domains and start using them for more important emails, which is what I think is happening here. Thought your listeners might find this nuance interesting. Well, I certainly do. Thank you, Evaldus, for writing in. I would agree. That's probably exactly what's going on here.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about I had a neighbor when I was a little kid who was a Lithuanian supermodel?
No.
A what?
Was it a male
This is
model or
no,
a
this is a
female?
woman. So
Okay.
when I grew up, middle class suburban household, and down the street there was a Lithuanian family, and they had 2 kids, and Diva and Darius, and Diva I think was maybe 2 years older than me, and Darius was a year younger. So we would go down and play, and climb their trees. And I remember they had a plum tree in their front yard, and the plums were, delicious.
Oh, you could eat them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And they
nice.
had it was a great climbing tree also, but they had a pool, so we would go and swim in their pool and, all that kind of stuff. But, their parents were first generation immigrants.
Mhm.
So, the little nerdy, didn't have all the right clothes, didn't have all the right things, all that kind of stuff. So they got a little, heat in school for those kinds of things. But I always had a good time with them, and they were good neighbors. So time passes. I am now a college student, and I am sitting in the dining hall, and there is some like magazine, like, College Monthly or something, one of those things they give away at the dining hall. And on the cover of the dining hall is this drop-dead gorgeous woman. That's my neighbor.
Was it Diva?
It was Diva. And I'm saying to the table full of also college-age guys, oh my gosh, it's my neighbor Diva. I used to swim in her pool. And they're all like, nah, get out of here.
BS.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah, sure thing.
Sure.
I'm like, no, that's Diva. She was swimming. She grew up to be a, Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
for
Later,
Diva.
much later, I reconnected with Diva on Facebook, and I shared that story, and she thought it was very funny.
Very funny.
Still,
Excellent.
strikingly beautiful woman. And now, a word from our sponsor, ThreatLocker, the powerful zero-trust enterprise solution that stops ransomware in its tracks. Allow Listing is a deny-by-default software that makes application control simple and fast. Ring fencing is an application containment strategy, ensuring apps can only access the files, registry keys, network resources, and other applications they truly need to function. Shut out cybercriminals with world-class endpoint protection from ThreatLocker. Let's get to our stories. Joe, why don't you start things off for us?
Dave, my story comes from the Hollywood Reporter.
Uh-huh.
And I should tell you who
your
wrote it.
usual source.
Yeah, right. That's my go-to source for news, Dave.
Of course.
That's right.
But this was from Rebecca Keegan, and the headline of this is not Keanu, inside the $1 billion celebrity impersonation Bitcoin scam. So it talks about people getting impersonated, these celebrities getting impersonated, and it starts off with a story about this woman named Margaret, who is 73 years old. She spent months making weekly Bitcoin deposits to somebody she believed was Kevin Costner. They also talk about Keanu Reeves in here. She left her husband of 10 years for a meetup. I don't know if she left him permanently, but she was going to meet Kevin Costner in a hotel, and she got a text after she was there waiting for him that said, I've been in a terrible car accident. I can't make it, and with a picture of a banged up car. So, this is typical of all these different kinds of scams. There's a couple interesting things in this article that I wanted to call out. Number one, for celebrities, this is a nightmare. And I don't mean to take celebrities and say, oh, your life is so hard. But, and I do have some empathy for them, even though they're successful. Everybody has the right to be successful. So I'm not.
Well, I mean, they're human beings. Can you imagine a scam being done in your name that, know, you obviously don't want to happen, and they're besmirching your good name.
Exactly.
But also, like really harming people that think it's you.
They're
I mean,
really
they're
hurting
humans.
people, and they're doing it as you. And that would, if anybody did that to me, I'd be furious. I mean, with the what are we, D-list celebrities? I'm probably a D-list celebrity. Dave might be a C-list celebrity.
That's being very generous.
Well, there's only four levels of celebrity.
Oh, is that right?
Right, and everybody is at least an F list. Everybody.
Well, Joe, if there's a list I'd put you on, it would be the F list.
Right. Well, we have to be higher than the F list.
No. Just think about what you're saying. Just think about it. Right. Okay, let's move on.
I'm on Dave's F list, Maria.
Yeah.
No.
So
update the wiki.
Let's get back to these A-list celebrities.
Not in a fun way.
Right. This turns into a game of whack-a-mole where these people try to hire companies that take these fake profiles down. And there are some 400 performers, including ScarJo, Scarlett Johansson.
Uh-huh.
And
is that how you refer to her when you're texting back and forth?
Right, yeah.
Oh, hey, ScoJo.
What's happening?
It's Joe Co.
Right.
What happens?
Right. If we're going to turn her A into I have to do it's mine too, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, also Fran Drescher, who is the president of SAG-AFTRA, which I think I did know that she was president.
Yeah. I met her once.
Oh, did you?
Very nice woman.
Very nice?
Yeah, very nice.
I thought she was funny on The Nanny.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. But, they're working on this act going through Congress called the No Fakes Act, which seeks to create protections for artists' voices, likeness, and images from unauthorized AI-generated deepfakes. We already have the Take It Down Act as for Maria, you and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, protecting people from revenge porn and fake porn. But this is specifically for artists and their likeness. And I imagine it's going to have a much broader application than just work, right? Like I understand that the union, SAG-AFTRA, is the actors' union, right? The Screen Actors Guild, and they're protecting their members' interests and likenesses because they don't want people saying something like, "Oh, well, we don't have to hire Keanu Reeves. We can just use Keanu Reeves we can just make a model of Keanu Reeves and use that."
Right.
Well, that you can't do that, and I don't think you should be able to do that. You're using someone's likeness, but this also has applications in this case here, where people who are famous are getting impersonated. Now, I don't think this bill should just be focused at performers, actors, and artists. I think maybe it should be focused on anybody, maybe just the general population, if someone is using your likeness to promote something. Because think about athletes, right? This would apply to them too. What about
of course.
I don't know, world famous podcast stars? That might Dave Bittner doesn't want his.
It really is a burden, Joe.
It is, Joe. I've heard
such a burden.
I've heard you be called podcast royalty on more than one podcast.
Well, those are all my podcasts, but yes.
Actually, on other people's podcasts.
it's what I
Keep
wrote
going,
for
Joe.
my own description on our Cyberwire website. I wrote it. It says Dave Bittner, Cyber podcast royalty. No.
Right.
Here's my question, Joe.
Yes.
What difference is it going to make if they pass this legislation? Because these people are coming from overseas.
Right.
Right? Like, there's no long arm of it's already illegal to commit fraud.
It is.
So how do they expect something like this to make a dent in this sort of fraud? Unless the liability could be extended to the people who are helping facilitate this.
I think that might be the only benefit.
Yeah.
Is maybe this law. I haven't looked at this law yet. I got to look at it. But maybe this law has some benefits or some teeth in it for people like Facebook or TikTok or some kind of all the social media platforms where this happens. They're the vehicle by which this happens.
Yeah.
So Rebecca Keegan actually started a fake Facebook account to see how this happens. She made a fake social media profile. I'm assuming it was Facebook, actually. She used AI to age up some of her selfies and invented a beloved dead husband named Bob. And she had a little terrier named Milo and put this out there. She said, within 90 minutes of opening this account, an account named Keanu Reeves 68667 was sliding into the DMs.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And wanting to know how long she'd been a fan. And her response is, since Speed. I'm like, that's not really a true Keanu Reeves fan. If you're a fan of Keanu Reeves, you've been a fan since the first Bill and Ted movie.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Obviously.
Right.
Sure.
That's when I
Obviously.
became a fan of Keanu Reeves. I thought he was very good in that.
Well, watch out in your DMs. You
Right.
never know.
Within 2 hours, 4 more Keanus had slid into her DMs, and 2 Kevin Costners, a Charlie Hunnam, Hunnam, I don't know who that is, and then Jonathan Rourney, who is the actor that plays Jesus on a Christian television show called The Chosen, which I think is on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So she goes on to talk about what happened once she started interacting with these guys, and I've already run a little bit long here going into but take a look at the article. It's on the Hollywood Reporter. It's not paywalled. It's pretty good. I find it fascinating how quickly these guys were on top of her.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
90
Yep.
minutes of
Mhm.
creating a profile, somebody was out there. Meanwhile, I put that post out on Facebook and a week goes by and nothing has happened to me.
You just maybe your profile needs more info, because you know who I get the celebrity spam from all the time on my Instagram, like in the DMs, are a gajillion Elon Musk impersonators.
Really?
That is the only one I get, but it's Elon. Pretty much every day I get 3 to 5 of these. And it's just, and when I was on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, same thing. It was like, this person is a space nerd. Let me target them with the Elon impersonation.
Oh, yeah.
It's wild.
You know what happens to my wife is she gets hit by the fake profile of just the average guy or the military officer.
Yes.
That's what happens to
Mhm.
Lisa.
My wife gets those. My sister gets those. I get the ones, I don't get any celebrity ones, but I get the ones of mostly young Asian women.
Yeah. I actually haven't gotten one of those in a long time.
Yeah.
Last time I got one was actually via text, believe it
Yeah.
or not.
No, these come in via, but they're usually Facebook friend requests.
Right. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I think I have my Facebook so locked down that I don't think anybody can send a friend request unless they're a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to limit yourself there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will have a link to that story in the show notes. Maria, it's your turn. What do you got for us this week?
Well, talking about laws and potential legislation to try and protect people, here's one that's not happening.
Good news, everyone.
Good news. It's not happening. And it really makes me angry, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I want to make sure that our American listeners know about this. So here it is. The new click to cancel rule from the FTC, which was meant to make canceling subscriptions as easy as signing up, has been blocked by a federal appeals court just days before it was set to take effect. So if you were like me, you thought it was already pretty much a done deal. No. The rule, which was sort of in works since last October, would have required companies to get clear consent before charging for auto renewals, memberships, or free trial conversions, disclose when the free trials end, and offer simple, no-hassle cancellation. And certainly we've talked about, Dave, you've mentioned it, about how a lot of these, there's some scammy apps that try to take advantage of the fact that these subscriptions just keep running or the free trial keeps going, and,
Oh, yeah.
and then they start charging you, and they just rely on the fact that you don't notice.
Right.
So the FTC adopted this rule again last October, and it had plans to start enforcing it Monday, July 14th. And then on July 9th, the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals vacated the rule, saying that the FTC skipped a required step of a preliminary regulatory analysis for rules with more than $100 million in economic impact. Summary version is the FTC was like, this won't cause more than $100 million in economic impact. And some judge said, we disagree. And as a result, this rule is no longer going to happen.
Dang.
It's literally a paperwork error is the reason we are not getting this. And the court said in their ruling, while we certainly do not endorse the use of unfair and deceptive practices and negative option marketing, the procedural deficiencies of the commission's rulemaking process are fatal here. So this is why we can't have nice things in America. I don't know what to say. It makes me so angry.
It really is.
All of our listeners from around the world are like, that is bonkers. And I completely agree with you. This is such an easy no-brainer. And we can't even have this.
Who would be against this?
Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. If you have a credit card that will let you make like token credit card numbers, you know, like temporary credit card numbers to sign up for something, do that. And then when they when you don't want to use it anymore, delete the number, cancel the number. It's gone.
Joe, that's a lot of work. It shouldn't be that much work.
No, you're right.
It should just...
You're right. But you know what, Maria? It'll really,
This is not the world we live in.
Really
I know.
irritate the people that were behind this court case, stopping it from happening. The people that were behind, the plaintiffs in this case.
Yeah.
It will really irritate that organization. Just
let's
start costing them.
It's great. Like, let's do something about it, I guess. I'm in the should land of this shouldn't be this hard. We should have this.
Right.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we can't even get something this easy to happen. Why? So, that's just me today.
Right.
Okay.
So do we know how this came to the attention of the Eighth Circuit? It was because I think in general, when the current administration came in, they were adversarial with the FTC, just sort of as a matter of political principle. So do we suspect that someone in the administration, or maybe I guess someone who has an interest in this, brought it to the Eighth Circuit's attention?
I would imagine that would be the case. Probably potentially the administrative law judge that said actually the economic impact is over $1 million because companies will have to make it easy to unsubscribe, or the burgeoning third-party market of auto unsubscribe apps will hurt. I don't know. I mean, somebody clearly challenged this.
Yeah.
And now what the next step is here, your guess is as good as mine, but this was a Biden era thing from Biden FTC. I don't see the Trump administration trying it, but who knows? I'd be happy to be surprised.
Right. So even the idea that the FTC would go back and try to do it again, this time doing the step that is claimed they did not do, the odds of that happening under this administration are slim because presumably President Trump has put someone else in charge of the FTC. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it could happen. I don't know. This just went down a few days ago, so I'm going to keep an eye on what the FTC will do. I'm hoping this is not the last of this effort because, again, it's such a simple win. I cannot imagine any American consumer being like, oh, I don't want that.
Right.
I mean, this is a nuisance problem.
Right.
It's sort of like robocallers, which also a scourge we have not been able to get rid of in the United States.
Right.
So it's like there's all these little modern annoyances that's like, can we just do something about it, and let's not give up on trying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll stop now. I'll stop ranting. I'll stop.
Please,
but I just want people to know that it's not happening because this is sort of just last minute thing.
No, there was a lot of celebration over this, and I remember the stories about. I think it was either the New York Times or the Washington Post had some system in place where you could subscribe to the newspaper online, but if you wanted to cancel, you had to call and talk to a real
That was the Wall Street Journal. I know that for sure.
Okay, there you go. So
I actually had to cancel a credit card to get them to stop charging me.
Right, so there you go. Like,
yeah.
Just the disproportionality of the effort for one versus the other. It's just not fair.
And at the time, I was still working at Hopkins and was entitled to a free subscription. So
yeah.
That's why
my tip for a lot of people was to change your address to somewhere in California and then try to cancel. This was back when I'm still a Boston Globe subscriber, but I was trying to cancel it years ago and it wouldn't let you one-click unsubscribe. You had to make a phone call and go through the whole hard sell. However, if you were based in California, because of that state's laws, they had a one-click unsubscribe button that would like magically appear.
Wow.
Really?
So I would literally change my address to 90210 because I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah,
and then magically I could just one-click unsubscribe. And it was just like,
well,
I
that
cannot
seems
believe
like
that is the pro
a lot
tip.
easier than setting up a fake credit card number. Or temporary.
But I'm thinking of things like apps and streaming services. There's another one, like all these things that we sign up for just for maybe a little stint.
Oh, yeah,
and
HBO
they just
got
do
me.
not want you to cancel.
HBO got me
They got
recently.
you.
I was going to cancel HBO Max, and then they said, because there's nothing on there I'm watching anymore. Although I will miss my Bugs Bunny cartoons. But I canceled it. And when I went to cancel, they go, hey, we can give you this service for $8 a month. I'm like, I'd pay $8 a month. So I did that. And last night I got a text message going, hey, HBO charged you $19 again. So apparently my 3 months of $8 a month is up.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. They got you.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get me.
That's how they
at least
get
for
you.
one more month. I'm going to try to unsubscribe now.
All right, I tell you what, let's take a quick break to hear from our sponsor. We will be right back. And now, back to our sponsor, ThreatLocker, the powerful zero-trust enterprise solution that stops ransomware in its tracks. ThreatLocker Protect is the core ThreatLocker product focused on endpoint security, designed to prevent unauthorized software from running, control how applications interact, and manage access to storage devices. Its building blocks are allow listing, ring fencing, and network control. Allow listing is a deny-by-default software that makes application control simple and fast. Ring fencing is an application containment strategy, ensuring apps can only access the system resources they truly need to function. Network control locks down access by port, source IP, or dynamically with ACLs that automatically update as IP addresses change. shut out cyber criminals with world-class endpoint protection from ThreatLocker. And we thank ThreatLocker for sponsoring Hacking Humans. And we are back. My story this week is actually from the Reddit scams group, and this is a new one that I had not seen before. This is someone took a screenshot of a text message that they had received, and the text message is two things. There's some text, and then there's an image, and the image is of a car. In this case, it's a Kia, and it's parked in front of a sign that says XXX Girls Strip Club, XXX.
Yep.
And the text says, "Hello, I want to play a game. You've been a bad little boy. Nobody has to see this picture. It would be a shame if it was sent to you-know-who. Send $1,000 by midnight tonight and it will go away quietly and you'll never hear from us again." Now, the interesting thing about this is that the car in the image has the person's correct license plate number on it.
There has been a
Do they
data
drive a
breach
Kia?
somewhere.
Yeah.
There is some way to access this data that we don't know about. I mean, we, the three of us, don't know about.
So, so that's what caught my eye about this. That's what sort of set it apart, is that they're using license plate data, which is readily accessible. And any of us can go out and buy very cheaply a database of license plates.
Well, I was wrong. One of us does know where the data comes from.
Well, license plate readers are out there. I mean, there's private companies. You're driving around, you're getting your license plate sucked up by license plate readers, and it's fair game. So what I wondered was, how easy would it be for me to recreate this? So what I did was I went and I did a search for Maryland license plate database. And I went to a website called lookupaplate.com. And I actually put my son's license plate number in. And it came back and it told me the make and model and year of the car he owns.
Really?
Yeah. Did not tell me the
Doing that
color
right now.
but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave me the make and model, actually made a graphic of his license plate number with a Maryland license plate. So that would be easy to copy and paste out of this website. So then, actually, let me back up a step, because the first thing I did was I went over to ChatGPT and I said, "What can you tell me about the vehicle that has this license plate number?" And I put in the license plate number of my son's car. And it came back and said, "I cannot give you any information about license plate numbers." And I said, "Okay, good. Good for you, ChatGPT."
Yeah, it has guardrails.
Yeah. So then after going to the website that looks up your license plate and tells you more about your car, I went to ChatGPT and I said, "Create an image." And I told it information about my car. I gave it my license plate number. And I said, "And put it in front of a strip club at night." And that's the image that I pasted here in the show notes. You see the dark blue car?
Oh, dang. Yeah.
That's my car.
Wow.
With my license plate, Maryland license plate. That is my license plate. And it's parked out in front of the strip club. Right? So easy to do, relatively speaking. It's easy to get a license plate database. Those databases regularly include the license plate, the make and model and color of the car, where the car was seen, and you could imagine automating that to take all that information, create a really easy description to plug into one of the large language models and just spit out images of cars in front of places where people don't want their cars to be seen, right? And you create a photorealistic image like this one that I created of my car out front of the strip club. And you can see how this could work with somebody, right? The message is vague. It says, what I like about it from a manipulative sense is it says, it would be a shame if it was sent to you-know-who.
Right.
And
So you fill in those blanks.
right,
Yeah.
you feel, and everyone has a who they could fill in. Oh gosh, is it your
Joke's on you. I know nobody.
right? Exactly.
have
I'm a
no
shut-in. I
friends.
have no friends nor family. No one loves me, which is why I spend so
No
much
one
time
loves
at the
me.
strip
It's-
club. Yeah.
At a strip club, exactly. But
You mean
for
what if
me,
the
the flaw
other
is
strip
I've
club
never
did
heard
it?
of a strip club called just strip club. They always have amazing names. So I'd be like, come on,
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
just strip club. Come on. But the point stands though.
I'm not gonna
This
make
is a
any
pretty
jokes.
interesting image, and I'm sure if they put golden banana in instead of something else, like it'll be.
Right.
There are some really funny names, strip clubs. I kind of love the names.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you put something like that in, maybe it'll be a little more convincing. But I could see somebody panicking over this and making a bad decision under pressure.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. And it's just a numbers game.
Although it is, that's true. Although I think the way to thwart this one, at least temporarily, is if your car has a very interesting bumper sticker. They won't know that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
or like have your bumper be really messed up and don't get it repaired. Because these cars all look pristine. My car looks like garbage.
Right.
So I'd be like, that's not my car.
That's not my
I can
mess.
tell that's
Yeah.
not my car.
My car
No,
also
no.
looks like that. Cracked windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's in what they call city condition. So
Right.
yeah, it doesn't look like
I see. Right. Right. No one's going to try to steal your car well, I guess your car doesn't have a catalytic converter, does it? Because you have an electric car.
I do have an electric. I have a gas car and I have an electric car, but both of them are in horrendous condition. Car people hate me. It's true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a vehicle that gets you from point A to point B. It's not a prestige symbol. It's not. This is how I feel about cars.
Yeah.
And I think Maria feels the same
I
way.
also live in Massachusetts, where trying to keep a nice condition car is just there's no point. You
Right.
just everything needs to look like it's gone through battle.
Yeah.
Because it has. So,
I like to have my car look nice most of the time. I keep it washed and clean inside and
Not me.
all that kind
Oh.
of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
no, mine's a garbage heap. So yeah.
Yeah. I just, I mean, I'm not crazy about it. Like, if my car gets a ding or a scrape or something like that, I don't lose sleep over it. But at the same time, I do like to, it makes me happy when I walk out to the parking lot and I see a nice, clean, well taken care of car. So, you know what I think it is? I think it's that is something in my life that I am able to control.
Right. It's the one
Oh,
thing.
fair enough.
Right?
Right.
Fair
right?
enough.
Like,
Yeah.
because, I share my house with other people.
Of certain ages.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Well, on the side of my car, when my daughter was a toddler, unbeknownst to me, grabbed one of my car keys and decided she wanted to make some art on the side of my car. And she turned to me and goes, "Mommy, I drew a mountain." So there's a nice mountain
How cute.
scratched the
How
side of my
Keyed
adorable.
car.
into your car. So your
She
dark.
keyed my own car. And I was like, I'm
Oh.
keeping that.
What a scamp.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, my son did that with a bike, the handlebar of a bike to my wife's car, my wife's last car, I think.
Mhm.
Just rode. We had the car for like less than a month, and he rode the bike down the side of it and just gouged the paint.
Right?
I was
Yeah.
like, can't have anything nice.
No.
Yeah. No.
Right, now
I had
everybody
a,
knows me.
Neighbors, have you met my
Yeah.
idiot son?
My very first car when I was living, post college, I had both side mirrors. The housing had been broken off because heaven knows I probably hit all sorts of things. And then my apartment had a very, very narrow driveway with a chain link fence that was really hard to navigate in the winter when the snow would build up. So the entire left side of my car was just gouged with chain link fence, like the entire side. So
Wow.
I had no side mirrors and the entire side was
Jeez.
gouged, chain link fence. And then I think I had half a bumper on the back. Nobody messed with me on the road because my car just basically said, I don't care.
Everybody lets you merge.
Yeah, I'm imagining.
People would let me in every time.
Right, because you don't care. I'm imagining you getting pulled over like the guys in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles,
Right.
when the car's completely destroyed. Ma'am, do you
That
believe
was
that
my
this
first
car
car.
is safe to drive? Yes, officer. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And it was a Corolla.
All
So I
right.
really didn't
well, we will not have a link to that in the show notes because there's no link to be had. But actually, you know what? There is a link to be had. I'll put a link. I'll have a link to that thing over on Reddit to put in the show notes. So I stand corrected. I correct myself. There will be a link to that in the show notes so you can see the image. All right, Joe, Maria, it is time to move on to our catch of the day.
Dave, like your story, our catch of the day also comes from the Scams subreddit. It's an email, just a simple email.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It reads like this.
All right.
It says, reply, urgent inquiry. Please let me know. And then anybody have a guess what language this is in?
That's Arabic.
That's Arabic. Thank you very much. All right. And it says, hello and good morning. My name is Ms. Leah. Please, I will like you to help me claim and invest 30 kilograms of diamonds and 600 kilograms of pure gold, which runs into hundreds of millions of USD that is in your country. Please, it will not cost you any money or your time, and it is 100% legal. I am contacting you because of my inability to travel now. Please, for more details concerning this, please write me back directly at my private email. Thank you, Miss Leah. Uh-huh.
Right. Yep. Please, 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 please.
Please, please.
Yeah,
Please listen
also,
to my please.
one big run-on sentence.
Right.
Lots of capitalized words.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mess.
USD, where U and S have periods after it, but D does not.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when
It's
you see...
100% legal.
Right, 100% legal.
It's
There you go. So don't worry
100%
about
legal.
it. We got you covered.
So here's a question.
Yep.
What do you think is more valuable, 30 kilograms of diamonds or 600 kilograms of gold?
Oh, that's going to depend on the day, wouldn't it?
But yeah, it depends on the grade of the diamonds. And I would guess that as a seller, as a seller of these things, the gold is more valuable. That would be my guess, just thinking about it here.
All right.
Is it Costco gold bars? Now that I know that you can buy gold bars at Costco. Thank you, listeners who all wrote in and let me know that. My husband was really happy because he loves Costco.
Right. What's not to love?
Yeah.
That's
love
what
that
he
place.
would say.
$1.50 hot dog is my favorite thing. You heard the story about
So the
that?
pedantic answer to your question, Dave, is not enough information to answer.
Right.
Well, I went over to ChatGPT and I got the answer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So it says,
Oh, boy.
let's calculate approximate market value for both. 1 carat equals 0.2 grams for diamonds. So 30 kilograms would be 30,000 grams, which is 150,000 carats. Diamond prices vary wildly based on cut, clarity, and size. Industrial diamond is cheap, but gem quality large diamonds can average $2,000 to $16,000 per carat or far more. At even $5,000 per carat, which is a moderate gem grade average, 150,000 carats would be 750 million US dollars. Gold, 1 kilogram equals 32.15 troy ounces. 600 kilograms equals 19,290 troy ounces. At $2,400 per ounce, which is the July 2025 market rate, that is 46.3 million US dollars. So it says 30 kilograms of gem quality diamonds is vastly more valuable than 600 kilograms of gold.
I was wrong. Again.
Wow.
So we should reply and say, we'll keep the diamonds, but you will take the diamonds, but you can keep your gold.
Your worthless gold.
Stinking gold.
Right.
Who wants it?
Your dirty, precious metal. Yeah.
Just email me about in the mail. Just send me physically in the mail about 15 carats of diamonds to prove that you have these diamonds.
Oh, there you go. See? Turning it around on them.
Right.
I'm asking how big a bag would 30 kilograms
ChatGPT would never lie.
diamonds be? Oh, no, this is absolutely 100% accurate. Yeah.
Yep.
Great question.
Why are you saying that? Just answer the question.
Yeah. 30 kilograms of diamonds is surprisingly compact, unlike gold, which is denser but bulkier for similar value. So your priceless diamond hoard would only need a bag you could comfortably carry on your shoulder. Here you go. All right. So I'm imagining somebody with one of those little black masks and a black and white striped shirt and a beret
Right.
with a sack
Over their shoulder.
over their
full of
shoulder
diamonds.
that has a little diamond symbol printed onto the sack, sneaking around.
I've talked in the past about how my wife and son are both diamond people or gemstone people.
Okay.
And every time you see somebody do a smash and grab at a jewelry store where they're throwing piles of diamonds into a bag, my wife cringes. She says, you shouldn't do that with all those diamonds because they will scratch each other.
Okay.
That's what makes her angry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Whereas the gold just melted down.
Right, yeah, just melt it back down.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, gold's much more fungible than diamonds.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Fungible.
Yeah.
And can be melted into fun shapes.
Good word.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our catch of the day. And of course, if there's something you'd like us to consider for the show, please email us. It's hackinghumans@n2k.com. Thank you to ThreatLocker, the powerful zero-trust enterprise solution that stops ransomware in its tracks, for sponsoring Hacking Humans. Visit threatlocker.com. And that is our show, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We would love to hear from you. We are conducting our annual audience survey through the end of August. There is a link in the show notes. Please do check it out. This episode is produced by Liz Stokes. Our executive producer is Jennifer Eiben. We're mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester. Peter Kilpie is our publisher. I'm Dave Bittner.
I'm Joe Kerrigan.
And I'm Maria Vermazis.
Thanks for listening.
Hi, Kim Jones here. On CISO Perspectives, we get candid with the thinkers, doers, and trailblazers shaping cybersecurity leadership. No scripts, no sales pitches, just real stories and hard-earned lessons from folks who've been there. If you're looking to grow as a leader, or just want to hear how others are navigating this ever-evolving field, listen to CISO Perspectives. It's your seat at the table.